This is it, the new Insta360 X3, new buttons, bigger screen, just all in all a huge improvement, especially when you compare it with the X2. The screen is just amazing. Now it also does vibrate, which gives you awesome haptic feedback. Inside here is a brand new sensor, way bigger than the old one, 1.5 inches. Now the 5.7K 360 video looks even sharper, even better, and even better low light capabilities. Also, this thing can now take 72 megapixel 360 pictures, the most megapixels in a 360 cam ever, and that's of course thanks to the new sensor. Yeah, now let's get to the main event, X3 versus GoPro 11. Let's get right to it. So first of all, we have the price. The Hero 1 costs around $550 US. The X3 in comparison only $450. So the GoPro is around 22% more expensive, even though it only offers a fixed field of view, while the X3 of course offers a 360-degree camera mode. That means you have multiple unique video modes that will give you unique shots that are only possible with 360-degree cameras. And now also with the X3 you can actually switch to the 4K single lens mode, and this basically competes with the Hero 11 in stabilization and overall performance. And in this mode it's basically a direct competitor to the GoPro 11 when it gets to the overall performance and also in terms of stabilization. With this one you actually get two cameras in one, but it's still cheaper. Secondly, the invisible selfie stick, the X3 and also the previous models, they offer an unobstructed view of yourself. So however you hold the camera, for example with a selfie stick, it will become invisible, and this means you can shoot yourself in a third-person view. This is not possible with the Hero 11. With this you will get a traditional video, traditional point of view with a visible selfie stick or a visible hand and all the limitations that come with this, especially compared with the X3. Then, as I said, the X3 has a new mode called the Me mode, and this mode fixes the frame only on you. In this mode the selfie stick will also be invisible and you will get up to 60 FPS, so a high frame rate video that is suitable for action shots. And thanks to this new mode you can skip the process of reframing the video in post completely. And by the way, it's super easy to reframe the video or actually to change the ratio. The video that you just saw was 16:9, but we can also go for a 1:1 ratio, and we can also go for a 9:16 ratio. And this is perfect for TikTok or Instagram Reels, all this social media stuff. And we also have a few options in post to change the field of view options. We can also remove the distortion, and as you can see we can also go for a slight reframing if it's not perfect, but usually it is. And yeah, this is the new Me mode. This will save you so much work. The third pro to 360-degree cameras is shoot first and point later, so which means you will never miss the action because it doesn't matter where you point the camera. Short reframing example. I saw these swans in this lake.
Are you kidding me? Why are you guys growing so fast? This is not even funny.
This is already reframed. As you can see, tons of keyframes down here. In this case, I can zoom out, I can zoom in, I can point the camera towards the animals or to me to see my reaction.
This is not even funny.
You get it, right? You just take the video and you don't have to worry where the camera is actually pointing because you can fix all of that in post. When I think back with the previous GoPros, especially with the Hero 4, when I went skiing, I missed a lot of shots. Mostly it was because it pointed upwards or downwards too much. This cannot happen with the 360 camera. And thanks to the post-processing in the app or the studio, you can reframe every shot perfectly. So you can perfectly enjoy and live the moment. And compared to the GoPro, you have to focus on the shot to get it right, and this will of course affect your experience and also your concentration. Not only can you experience the moment better, but you can also highly concentrate and go for much harder things, basically, you get it. Then number 4, now we also get active HDR. This is also a new feature of the X3, and this feature will offer wide, super wide dynamic range. Of course, the stabilization will be kept, all of that good stuff. You will just add more details in the highlights and the shadows for a more vibrant footage. Especially if we look at it side by side, you can see the insane amount of details and dynamic range that the X3 can capture, especially compared to the GoPro. Number 5, this is another big point. Time lapses. With the GoPro, of course, you can only point it in one direction. Do a rather simple time lapse compared to the 360 time lapse, which is also in 8K resolution. You can do crazy things. You can reframe everything later, give it smooth movements. Absolutely insane. Also, the GoPro only shoots in 5.3K. Number 6, this ties together with point 5, the angle. So the GoPro will already give you a wide angle, but it's nothing compared to the X3. Even in the single lens mode, the X3 will offer a 170-degree wide angle, of course with the flow state stabilization, and you can reframe it even wider, all the way up to the tiny planet mode, while the GoPro can shoot up to 141 degrees wide angle lens footage in the new hyperview mode only. So if you need a wide angle, the X3 will beat basically everything. Number 7, automatic horizontal leveling. The GoPro Hero 11 offers a built-in horizontal horizon lock, which means when you rotate the camera, the horizon will stay flat like all the time. But this is only made possible with a crop in. Compared to the X3, it takes it to the next level by adding the same horizon lock, but without a crop in, you can rotate the camera in any direction and the horizon will be kept fully leveled all the time. And this is thanks to the built-in gyro sensors. So you can literally move and rotate the camera in any direction that you want. And this gives you full creative and also mounting freedom. You can put it everywhere. But wait, there is more. Number 8, we have an AI-powered editing suite. Actually 2, because there is first of all the companion app with the crazy AI features, and then there is also a desktop program called the Insta360 Studio, which has even more tools, but the app already offers a ton of awesome editing features that are mainly based on AI, and they also constantly update it with new modes, effects and templates. For example, the app has superior AI-assisted editing and AI masking, and this will allow you to do a sky swap effect, for example. There is no work involved in this. It's all automatic. It's just pure epicness. And lastly, point number 9, Insta360 will push firmware all the time and software updates, you name it. They are known for pretty much constant firmware updates, not just fixing the critical issues like overheating, for example. So they keep on adding additional features on top of existing ones all the time. A few new awesome software functions are, for example, the Snap Wizard, which greatly improves 360 degrees exporting with just a click of a button. We have tons of shot lab effects. We have multi-view, freeze frame and many more. And the best thing, all of these effects, features, updates, they are free. So you buy it once, you will get all these OTA updates free of charge. And by the way, you can also do a live preview during the recording. That is also a function that is not supported on the GoPro 11. And talking about the GoPro, the firmware of this camera remains pretty much the same as on launch date, and they only do small improvements to correct the critical flaws and bugs. When you compare it, the GoPro app rarely gets updated. What's more, some of the new features, they require a paid subscription in order to allow the user to use them. Completely insane. So I would pick and choose the Insta360 over the GoPro any day. And as you saw, the videos that you can record with this are simply amazing. So fun fact, let me tell you my story. I started with the GoPro Hero 2. I used this for a long time. Then I upgraded to the GoPro Hero 4 Silver Edition. And I remember this clearly. Back then, this was a time when Insta360 released their first 360 degree camera, and from the first day I was like, oh my goodness, I want it so bad. But as fate wanted it, only around like 5 years later, I got my hands on the X2. Well, meanwhile, I wasn't using action cameras whatsoever. I was just using my fixed setup. But yeah, when I got this, you cannot compare it. It's just so much cooler. The only thing is the resolution. A fixed point of view will of course give you a slightly better resolution, especially when you zoom in. On the 360 cam, when you zoom out a lot, you will get basically all of the resolution. But when you zoom in a lot, then you will of course lose image quality. So that is literally the last missing puzzle piece. Higher resolution, but with the X3 it's already way better thanks to the bigger sensor. But still, even if I don't get out a perfect 4K video like with my fixed setup, I would choose a 360 degrees camera any day over a GoPro, especially for action shots. In the past, I missed tons of shots. For example, when I was snowboarding, there are a few situations where the camera is pointing too much downwards or too much upwards, and it's a pain. It's a pain to watch this because I literally missed moments that I missed a few awesome shots. So yeah, it's better. Definitely. 360 for the win. So as you saw, in my eyes, the X3 is the clear winner. It has way more features, it can do just way more things, and it's still cheaper. In my eyes, this is a no-brainer. Perfect third-person footage. You can mount it everywhere. The GoPro is like mainly if you want to mount it here or like on your helmet or something like that. But of course, you can also do it with the X3. So yeah, nothing more to say on my side. I would pick this thing any day over a regular camera. So yeah, definitely trippy. Check out the product links in the description if you're interested. I will link the best deals for you. But before you go, smash that like button, then subscribe, ring the bell and click all to never miss amazing tech magnet videos. That's it for this one. Enjoy your day and I will see you soon.